I take immense pleasure in coordinating the session on panel discussion on experience from unique incubation programs. So as everybody says, we have to have our unique model of incubation. So there are three incubations who are very unique. So the session is going to be moderated by Mr. Ashish Jain, head partner is ISBA. I call Ashish to be over there. And we have three panelists who are Ashish Gade, Magic Aurangabad, Dr. B. Vinod Kumar, CEO, CDIIC, Coimbatore, Dr. Shilpa, Scientific Officer, Women Biotech Incubation Facility, to the dais. I request session moderator to take over the session very short.
Keep up the strategy for some of the incubator in the room. So I think one-line description about each of my panelists has already been given by Mr. Kanan, and I don't want to disclose more because that will be the magic, that will be the mystery which will be unfolded by each of them. So let me start the panel with Mr. Ashish Gade. He is the CEO of Magic. Magic is an industry-led incubator. I would request Mr. Gade to express what exactly is the difference which is incubator is running with. So many incubators run with sector agnostic, every kind of startups, academic institutions. What is unique about his incubator?
Yeah, good evening. Marathwada Accelerator for Growth and Incubation Council, MAGIC, is a business incubator which is established by the Regional Industry Association based at Aurangabad. Now it's Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar. Basically, the Regional Industry Association, Chamber of Marathwada Industries and Agriculture, CMI, which is the apex body of industries in Marathwada region, which constitutes of 8 revenue districts. It has a membership of more than 600 members and these members are from micro, small, medium, large and multinational companies. The chamber is very active, vibrant. It's a 56-year-old organization and for last 20 years this chamber is actively engaged in industry institute interactions in various forms. So every year we used to conduct many initiatives connected with academic institutions. There were few seminars, some workshops, but these initiatives were in a way sporadic and we lack continuity for such initiatives. So we were always discussing how we can create a platform wherein we can bring industry and academic institutions together and work for promoting innovation and entrepreneurship in the region. So in the year 2013, we had conducted a very big innovation summit at Aurangabad. There were around 1,200 paid delegates for that one-day conclave, and we had invited eminent personalities across India for this particular innovation summit. One of the speakers was Professor Anil Gupta from IIM Ahmedabad, and after seeing our work, he suggested this chamber should establish an incubation center, and that was for the first time we heard the word incubation center, and that actually triggered the further process of establishing this incubation center.
Thank you. Thank you for this introduction. I'll go deeper into this. He has just scratched the surface. I also would like to invite one more guest who has not been invited so far and purposefully not invited because he is going to be a wildcard entry. I don't want it to disclose it before. Mr. Sarvanam, can you please come here? Please join us in the panel. Next, I would request Dr. Shilpa to mention how she is working on her incubation, what is different.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Isbakon, for giving me the opportunity to share about our incubation center. So we are a women biotech incubation facility, and it's completely run by women, for women. And when we talk about women, we're just not talking about the mature women. So we are starting from young ladies just joined the college, and also the mature faculty, and also the startups from various places. And we are based in Sri Padmavati Mahila Vishwavidyalayam, which is in Tirupati. So we cater for women of various sectors, in the sense various levels of entrepreneurship. So sometimes it's about nurturing their entrepreneurship. Sometimes just the students who just came up with an idea, they just want to try it. Sometimes we have faculty who are, have a patent. They don't want to do technology transfer, or they want to find the right customers. Sometimes we have rural women we want them to train in a specific activity, such as, starting from mushroom culture or soap making, whatever. And sometimes they have their own products which they would like to market. So they come to us for marketing help as well. So we cater for various women, and we are run by women. So that's about our facility. And we are funded by the DBT BIRAC in the year 2019.
Thank you, Shilpa. Dr. Vinod, quickly, different incubator, why is it different? What made it different?
Good evening. I'm Dr. Vinod, CEO, Odisha Defense Innovation and Natal Incubation Center. We are India's first defense innovation hub. I'm glad to be a part and family of ISBA. As a defense innovation hub, we are being supported by two government agencies. One is Niti Aayog. We support dual use case startup companies who are working, both commercial and defense applications. Next one is by IDEX, Innovation Defense Excellence from Ministry of Defense, where we work on defense indigenization. So creating this defense ecosystem is very complicated. The gestation period of defense product development is more than 3 years. To start up survive for that much period is very, very important. And the ecosystem building is also very complicated. So we are running the show. We are happy to tell that we have signed more than 7 MOUs with the DPSUs, and subsequently around 17 disc winners have been created from the center within 2 years of inspection. Thank you.
So we have Mr. Garde, who is running an industry-led incubator. We have Shilpa, who's running a women-led incubator. In fact, she has not mentioned much what is different from the women-led. She's from Tirupati, and there are certain things which she has leveraged maximum for the women-led incubator that I will scratch. And then we have a defense-oriented incubator, which Dr. Vinod mentioned. I'll go to Mr. Sarvanam. What is he doing in his incubation? Can you just briefly mention, not the uniqueness, but what exactly is it, first of all?
Good evening. Myself, Saravanan, representing EDI Trichy Agribusiness Incubator, which was located at TNU Agricultural University in Trichy zone. Actually, we are an agribusiness incubator. We have 3 trustee areas: agri engineering and agri tech and food tech categories we are working. What unique we have initiated is transgender entrepreneurship program. Nowhere else initiated in Tamil Nadu, first of its kind. We have just initiated as an inclusivity, community inclusivity. We just initiated transgender entrepreneurship program. With our trustee area, we just collaborate with those transgender people. We have initiated incubation program for transgenders for 15 days. With the support of NABARD, we have gained actually micro entrepreneurship development program. We got around 1 lakh, and we spend around 2 lakhs for 3 lakhs we spend for 15 days. For every 15 days, every resource person will come and explain, without investment, how will you get into the livelihood projects? Kind of things we got selected it. We just teach those people to get into the livelihood projects. And detailed, I'll explain it in the next questions.
So, Sarvanam is, if you have carefully listened to him, He is basically running an agri incubator, but when it came to creating an impact, he supported LGBT community. There were 15 of them, which they trained for 15 days without any funding sought or got. And why did they do this? Because they were moved by the pain the community had, and they wanted to help and make them stand on their own. That means the income generation for that community is the great source of inspiration for all of us. What challenges did you face when you were helping them?
Actually, the mindset of the trans people itself is a difficult task. You can't handle the people more than 2 hours. You can't handle the people more than 2 hours to sit in a single place. So I compressed a small thing actually. Let them do their actual work as money seekers who are going for prostitutions and all. What I've done, do your regular work as you can do. I'll get your time of 2 hours from 11 to 1. After 1, you will get your lunch and just go out. Every days, I'll get 2 hours of them, get a resource person to talk to them. Initially, I just initiated the session with every single person's story. It just motivated everyone to get into the different area of perspective. So I just need to inculcate the entrepreneurship to them. So I just emotionally connected those people into the entrepreneurship, and people who are resource persons also done well. We just initiated a project called Tamil Nangai, which was successfully inaugurated in Tilichi Collector Office itself with the funding support of 11 lakh rupees from various foundations like Silco Foundation, Divya Prarana Foundation. With the help of those foundations, we have set up one juice shop and e-seva shop in Trichy Collectorate itself. For the people coming into the collector office, they will get the support of this getting Xerox papers, and collector himself supported 1 lakh for the shop to be set at the collector office itself with solar powered.
That's a great example. So they created e-shops services for them. That means they created them business, opened the shop for them, have them run, earn money. How much money they've been earning per month?
Actually, if they go for a usual job, they will get per day of 2,000 to 3,000 rupees. So initial itself, as an incubation manager itself, our earning money is 60,000 around. So that's not at all possible for a trans person for a livelihood projects. So we just want to get into the some improved perspective for them to get money in terms of livelihood project. In that case, now those people are earning around somewhere around 1,500 rupees to 2,000 rupees per day with the support of Trichy Collector. So every person, we also wanted to give support to them. But what we face unable to reach them is their behavior. Their behavior stops us to reach them, right? Actually, we change them. We actually don't want them to come to our place. We actually go to their place, home. For 15 days, we take a session in their house itself. We completed this project, and the outcome as that juice and e-seva shop. And second project, we have completed for 5 lakh rupees of floor milling unit with that Silco Foundation itself. Now we are planning for a third project of sieving project for those 10 transgenders. Currently, we are having 15 trans people incubatees. For 10 of them are getting benefited through these projects. So I'm using this opportunity. If you have some of your stakeholders having a connect of these foundations, please support us. They have barely for that sieving project, they need around 2 to 3 lakhs to complete those projects.
Great. So I'll come back to you. Dr. Vinod, You have created startups in defense. That means those are the startups you have attracted. What made you attract? Why did startups come to you? What is the value proposition you have built at your incubator?
So, uniqueness and value proportion. Uniqueness are some, it's called exceptions. So, exceptions have to be properly handled or else they are going to be troublemakers. Somewhere our startups, we were able to attract them because access to a defense force requirements, even an MSME or an individual to get into inside a defense premises to start discussing project opportunity is it's not that easy. So we understood that the ecosystem has to be thoroughly built. So we have tie-up with 3 armed forces, and they can become mentors because serving officer cannot be a mentor to one private entity. So through us, we are connecting the serving officers, so they get the mentorship. Second, the DPSUs, BEL, BIML, BDL, GRSC, जो भी हैं, we are connected through them IDEX, and they are getting the access to the indigenization requirement of the individual units. Third, very important, certification and trials. So there is a lack of awareness in the MSME. Sir will also acknowledge that. Though they are running their shops for 40 years for industry, they are unable to get into defense because the compliance part is very heavy. So we have created a DGQA facilitation center inside our premises. I guarantee them, if you come in, we will get you defense business. You have started a company because you have an aspiration to commercial potential you have identified to start a company. But we will ensure though, defense are shoot to satellite applications, we will be able to marry a potential project, and we will ensure that we will handhold you until you get one order. So this is one commitment which is attracting all the peoples to get access to defense networks, and government is very good enough, starting for 500 crores IDEX winners, they have increased to 1,000 crores. So huge money is there. Defense is one area where we don't have recession, but only part is that gestation period is 3 years. The word of caution has to be put in. If they are ready, we are ready to support all these startups. And we are not supporting only incubated startups of CDISC. We are extending those to all Atal incubation community. And recently with PhD STEP, we are collaborated for partner incubator support executive also. So any incubation centers who are having startups with the defense applications, please do connect us. We have done the homework of connecting a defense ecosystem. We'll be able to support you. Ultimate aim, we have to develop Indian startup ecosystem for defense. It can be any incubator. A perfect example of co-incubation is here. Let us join hands. We are there, ready to support you all. Thank you.
Yeah, so this is an example where startups individually may not be able to stitch partnerships with PSUs. They may not be able to stitch partnerships and enter into the services. Here is an incubator which stitched partnerships, which took 2 to 3 years to stitch those partnerships, and now it is enabled for startups. Mr. Garde, now industry-led startup, everybody wants to shake hands with the industry. When it starts from the industry, what are the challenges you face? Do you get people? Because that's generally available as interns in the academic institution, or what other challenges you face by being an industry incubator?
Yeah, basically our incubator was born out of passion for promoting innovation and entrepreneurship by the Regional Industry Association. And while doing so, like there were multiple challenges. We thought of establishing incubation center in 2013. We started actually establishing Section 8 company and other formalities for establishing the incubator in 2015. We had some internal challenges, we had some external challenges. Internal challenges were, as a chamber, which is a NGO, we already had 2 Section 8 companies because we had established one big public-private partnership project through which we had established a common facility center for auto component industry. It's a 84 crore rupee project spread over 5 acres of land. The other was electronic ESDM, electronic cluster, again PPP project, 40 crore project. So our chamber was not willing to establish another Section 8 company. So it took some time internally for convincing our team to have a separate company for incubator. Then we had external challenges. External challenges were also many. As mentioned by Ashish, we didn't have any captive audience to address. We belong to a tier 2 city where startup ecosystem was not existing, and when we started our operations, Startup India was not launched. So building the ecosystem in tier 2 city itself was a big challenge, but we had good connects with all the industries as well as academic institutions. So we brought all stakeholders connected with innovation and entrepreneurship on one common platform, and through them we started conducting many programs which would attract students, which would attract innovators, even grassroots innovators. So very quickly we could do that. From 2013 to 2020, we didn't get any government recognition and funding support. For 7 years, we were managing the incubator activities on our own through the contributions of our board members as well as few CSR partners who voluntarily appreciated our work and supported us. So without money, without captive audience, without any formal incubator infrastructure, we could continue our activities thanks to the local ecosystem. For example, Aurangabad has a very big tool room that is Indo-German tool room. Aurangabad has got a CPET. So we collaborated with such organizations, and also our members, they offered their entire infrastructure, factory and manpower support as and when required. So these were our strengths through which we could actually create the required ecosystem and move forward.
Last question to Dr. Shilpa. How did you create the local environment conducive to your liking, to the startup's advantage? How did you convert that?
So many people know that TTD is the big employer of Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanams, where they use a lot of flowers for decoration of Tirupati temples. There are lots of temples around. So there is a lot of flower waste coming out of those temples. So what we do is, with the help of our NGO, which is Women's Initiatives, they work with women from around 40 villages around Tirupati. So to their liking, some of them are interested in startup culture. So they bring us these women forward. So when we teach them how to make valuable products out of that flower waste, and also the medicinal plants around available in Sheshachalam Hills, which is very famous for. So we blend all these, we teach them how to make soaps or dhoop sticks which are available now, because TTD itself has given that project to the veterinary university, which is initiative of veterinary university. So we are doing something similar to that, where we're making organic soaps, and we've presented it to US consulate, and we've presented it to many high-level officials. They really liked it, and we are taking that project ahead to benefit those rural women, and also making products out of the waste that is locally available.
Thank you. Just summing up, because we have very less time. Yeah, please.
Last point for me
Okay.
also.
Okay.
Quickly, I will narrate that. Basically, our incubator was not launched or introduced from any compliance activity, like it is not part of any NAC accreditation or for seeking any grant. We are focused only on promoting entrepreneurs, supporting innovators. And the best part of our incubator is we encourage innovators of any age, any academic background, any domain, idea at any stage, and we take them right from even those who don't have idea, we work with them with many structured programs. So over the period, now we have got many government recognitions. Maharashtra State Innovation Society was first to give us recognition. After that, we got connected with Ministry of MSME also. We are also part of IDEX from last 1 year, and we are also part of Startup India Seed Fund. And we hope to work with many other government agencies, state government, as well as central government. There are few challenges also. There are few government schemes which only focus on academic institutions. Since Anita Gupta madam is here, we have met her in the past also. Organizations like DST can definitely consider supporting industry-led incubators, not only for academic institutions. That's the point I wanted to make. Thank you.
To be frank, as Kodisha is also an industry-led incubation center, our capital assets are 80% revenue generating. We are hardly 2.5 years old. We are almost self-sustainable. The same case with Magic. So your capital resources at your colleges or academic-based institutions has to be thoroughly utilized. Once you become self-sustainable, though government grant is there or not, we are going to survive. And this is going to be one of the area where academic institutions should start seriously looking the assets with the government grants, whatever we have created, has to generate revenue and you have to become self-sustainable at the earliest. Thank you.
Let me sum up. We have local, act local, think global. That is the kind of concept which have emerged. We also have one very basic tenet of the conversation which is coming out is you have to be unique. Like we ask our startups to have a differentiation, USP, mode creation, that is also needed for your incubators. So have something based on which you are recognized with. So a defense incubator, some social community incubator, industry-led incubator, women-led incubator, there is something you are recognized with, and then you also can incubate non-recognition-based sector startups, but at least you should be recognized with one sector based on which startups find you and come to you. Those are the last parting words. That's the strategy. Everybody should specialize and go in for a sector specific. That's the time come. It would also not create competition. It will be co-optation of the incubator. I think that with those last words, I would like to thank my panelists, Dr. Shilpa, Mr. Garde, Dr. Vinod, and Sarvanam. Thank you.